Hey there, it's Jen. Today I am going over how to create a blog post that is going to drive business, drive traffic to your website, um, and I hope you find it very informative. Um, I wanted to start off with just really touching quickly on the keywords. So when you're creating a blog post, you're going to target a keyword, and you want to make sure that whatever you're targeting, you're not targeting that on another page. Um, so you'll hear people say like, "Oh, you don't need a blog; it's not good for your website," or "blogging's dead," or like whatever. And that's definitely not true. And I'll show you. I mean, yeah, you'll see that in a minute. It's definitely not true, but blogging can be bad for your website if you're not doing it correctly. So, one of the huge things that I see is that when people write blogs, they often are not doing it with much intention. Like they're just sharing photos from a session, maybe talking about the session or the clients a little bit, and that's it. Um, And a lot of times they're also repeating keywords that they're focusing on another page. And that can be really bad. If you start ranking for multiple pages for one keyword, um, it's called cannibalization. So if you just Google SEO cannibalization, because I don't want to get into like a whole lesson here, but um, but yeah, it's bad. So what happens is, just say for example, if your um, homepage is targeting, so my homepage is targeting Vancouver photographer. If I then target that and get ranking for that on like a blog post, so that I'm then ranking for two pages of Vancouver photographer. What happens is when someone then Googles Vancouver photographer, Google sees, oh, they have two pages on this. I don't know what one to show them. I'm just not going to show them either from this website, um, because then they're basically competing against each other. They don't know what one is the best one. So that'll really take down your rankings. And that's like a huge thing. I see it very often. Um, I recommend just having a spreadsheet of each page and each keyword that you're targeting. Um, do that. So I have like, I can't open, or hold on, let me pull this over here. See if I can just open one of my tabs. No, I can't. Anyways, yeah, just have a little spreadsheet of each page and what it is focusing on. That way you don't duplicate it. And you can Google cannibalization, or yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a video on that topic. Anyways, so let's just say, for example, oh, wait. um, if you want to check what pages are ranking for what, you could use your Google Search Console, and you can look at queries. So you could see here, my Christmas mini blogs like always perform well, um, and they did really well in December. So that's why it's all like Christmas minis, Christmas minis. A lot of my traffic uh, was for Christmas minis in December. So if you want to see if you have like two pages ranking for something, you can just click on the query, and then it'll show you like what pages are ranking for it. And ideally, like you should have like one. Um, it's definitely hard if you have like multiple um, posts about something, but I usually try to have like different community names in there and stuff like that. vague ones like Christmas mini sessions and not having a community in there, like it could show it to anyone. So that URL like shouldn't have happened, but whatever, my mistake. Um, Anyways, so it'll show you what pages are being shown for that query. If, say, for example, you didn't like one of them, so let's say this blog is like really old, it's irrelevant, it's not going to get people in my door, it's not going to, land me a client. What I would do is I would make sure I forward it to the one that I want to be shown. Um, so, yes, you can delete some pages, but if you are deleting any pages, just make sure that you are forwarding it in your backend. Backend. Just make sure you're forwarding it to the correct URL because I likely have this link out in Pinterest, maybe out in Facebook somewhere. Like I have it other places than just my website. So I want to make sure it's getting forwarded so that there's no 404 errors. Um, just a little tip there. Now I'm going to show you an example of what we're going for. So this is my argument to people saying that blogging is dead. So when I Google something, so here I Googled newborn photo shoot age, just something quick that I Googled. You get this AI overview. This AI overview is just pulling in different content from different websites. And then it's crediting the websites, which are almost always blog posts on the side here. Um, and then you're also getting a featured snippet down here, which is providing a website and photos and stuff like that. So with the featured snippets, when it was just featured snippets and not the I think the click-through rate was something like 75 or 80%. Like it was like super high that if you were ranking underneath them, chances are your website wasn't going to get clicked and it was going to be the featured snippet that would get clicked. And then maybe like if that person didn't find their information or the information that they wanted, then they'd probably go back and, scroll further down. Or if they don't see the information that they're looking for, obviously in the featured snippets or the whatever, the previews, then they're going to keep scrolling. But with all of the information that like the AI is putting here and this featured snippet is showing, chances are people are going to just find the answer that they have and like not click out or whatever. But if you have, if you're there, if you're being featured and it's like giving you a link to the blog post, then it's very likely that they're going to click on it. Like if they see what they like in the preview, then they're gonna want to read more. So that's always the goal, is to have people read more. And what I wanted to do was just go over how to write a blog that targets these featured snippets. Um, that's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to target featured snippets. That's what I do for all my Christmas mini blogs. And yeah, so I just wrote one not too long ago. So I'm not going to like rewrite a whole blog post on a video just because I'm slow and I get so technical, but I'm gonna show you what I did here. um, and this is WordPress. This is where you write a blog if you're on WordPress. But it's the same kind of thing that you want to do, like whatever, if you're on Squarespace or whatever. So I have a title. Obviously, I want the title to be whatever I'm targeting. And that one, sorry, One second. Um, okay, so you have the title, whatever. That's what you're targeting. You have a paragraph under that that kind of like explains what the page is about. I also like to like right in the beginning, I like to say like not looking for whatever content you just put in their face, and then a link to your homepage or like a contact me like right away. Um, I like to do that like right away so that they're not like scrolling looking for that or like, oh, this isn't what I meant to click, whatever. So that's just something that I like to do. And then lists are really good for featured snippets. So there's a few things that are really good. A question and an answer. So asking a question in like an H2 and then having a paragraph answer right below, in like set as paragraph. Um, Lists are really good, and tables are really good. Um, Numbers in your titles are really good. So things like top 10 mini sessions in Vancouver or top 10 uh, top 10 outfit ideas for your boudoir session, like whatever, right? Um, numbers are really good. So here I did a list of sessions that are available. I did put links to each session. Um, that's something I'm testing out. Yeah, I don't know if it's better to have them scroll through and find each session or if I should have, or if it's beneficial to keep the list. So, anyways, so I have my heading and then I have my list. So I did that through, again, this is WordPress. Um, where is it? Like if you go add, mine's here because I use it often, but you can go browse all and then you can type list. So that's how I created the list. And then I have like each section, I have a heading and then like a paragraph underneath it. Um, I meant to fix this. No, I did fix it. That's not supposed to have, oh, maybe it didn't publish it. I didn't actually want links to that because I want Google to recognize it as a heading too, and it won't recognize it if you have a link in it. Sorry, just doing that real quick. Okay. Okay, so I have a list. A list is great. Try to include a list. A question and an answer. So down below I have like what is a mini session? Because that's something I think that people might Google and I want them to find my page. And then like a little explanation of that. I also have a table of contents um, with all of the headings, like it automatically imports the headings. So you can add that just by going, like clicking on add and then table of contents. I guess it doesn't because I already have it on there. Okay, so we got list, we got table of contents, we have a question and an answer. So those are the main ones. And then for settings, I have my H1. So you want one H1 per page, and it should be what you're targeting. So 2025 mini sessions near Vancouver is like my main target for that page. I have that set, like mine set on the back end because I'm going to show it. So, um, yeah, so that's set as H1. And then all of these are set as H2. So I tried to include the word mini sessions in there as H2. Um, family portrait experience. So I got like family minis, like whatever. I want to target that. So those are all H2, just like the headlines, because those H2s, the table of contents pulls that information up. Like that's where the table of contents pulls up the information. and then, um, and then I've also in my photos, I've added them into my alt description. So your alt description, you don't want it to be super spammy. You want it to make sense. If somebody doesn't have, if somebody's using a visual aid, then it's going to read out the alt text to them. So you need to make sure that it makes sense. So here I have a baby smiles with bright blue eyes looking up for a baby mini session near Vancouver. So that's exactly what I'm targeting, but it's not spammy. It makes sense. So I have that in each photo. I have mini sessions in each photo. And then for your SEO settings, so your SEO settings might be different depending on what plugin you are using. Mine is like SEO Press Pro, I think. But I have what I'm targeting in my title. And then I also have it in the description. So I have a mini photo shoot that focuses on the experience for the baby so that you can smile looking back, sorry, for the family, so that you can smile looking back at your photos. Mini sessions are near Vancouver and dot, dot, dot. So you can see that I manually put in that dot, 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 that sentence doesn't continue. And the reason why I do that is because I want when people are searching for something, um, here you can see they have like a dot, dot, dot. I want them to see that information continues and want to click on it. So that's why I do that. That's why I do the dot, dot, dot. And ideally, you want that sentence to continue in your post. So ideally, I should have mini sessions are near Vancouver and whatever. I should have that in my post, which I don't because I just added that before I came on here. So, anyways, so that's it. So, title, description, featured image. So, I set a featured image here. Category, if you have categories, I do not. I need to create categories and I haven't. Make sure your photos are resized properly. If you're on WordPress, I recommend saving as WebP. The file sizes are much better, and then also just make sure they're as small as you can get them. I usually do around 1200, I think, on the longest side. I have actions that just do it for me now. But yeah, you want it to be as small as possible. I'll just show you that blog post. So here you can see my title. it's now like pulling in my template actions. This is like showing my like back end because like it's going over like image sizes and stuff, but don't pay attention to that. That's not on my actual live view. So you can see it like pulls in some of my template, but it looks good. Everything works. So now what I normally do once I have, like once I'm happy with the way everything looks, I need to fix this gap actually. Then I usually Pinterest some of them, some of the photos. I'll post it to Pinterest and I'll try to include the key phrase in my title as well. But for Pinterest, I'd probably do just like mini sessions or mini session ideas or like whatever, some things like that, just to help drive traffic. And then I also request indexing. So you can do that through Google Search Console just by like putting in the URL here and 1 second, and then request indexing test live URL, as well as most SEO plugins will automatically index it, or they'll have a button that says like request indexing. Sometimes it's like on the side. I'll show you just in case. I don't know why my WordPress is displaying like this. Like this column. Anyways, sometimes there's a button here that's like request indexing. My settings are set so that like it automatically requests index when I publish a change. So yeah, so that's it. So that's all on blogging. I think that's everything. Hopefully that helps. Oh, for content. So I guess for content, this is a really good tip. So when you search something, down below, it says people also ask, and then it gives you other things that people Google. So that is perfect for other ideas to create blogs on or whatever. Let's see. So let's find down below. So here it has like other suggestions on things that other people have searched for. So those are great things that I can either start targeting on my main page or I can write blogs on to help target those. Just keeping in mind that I want to make sure it doesn't compete with other pages on my website. So anyways, that is all. I hope that helps. Bye.